Welcome to the High Achieving Female Podcast, powered by Know, where we believe high achieving female leaders deserve to be known. Here, you're going to get the tips, tools, and inspiration you need to network, grow, scale, and balance your business, career, and life.
Hi, my name is Anna Stallmann, and I'm the founder and managing principal of Anna Stallmann Communications. We are a principal-led PR firm focused on driving business results for our clients through communication strategies. One of our unique differentiators at ASC is our people and how we treat our people, how we build culture, how we reinforce it, and all that we do. And that's what I'm here to talk about today is culture building. Culture building can happen at any stage of a company, whether day one, day -0, before you even start your company. You might be a 50-year-old company. There's still opportunities to invest in culture, reinforce it, and build upon it. In my experience, women-led companies are often rooted in an aspiration to do better and create a company or solution that is both personally and professionally aligned with your values and aspirations. For the founder, for the leadership team, running that company is often personal. So culture comes easy for the founder. What about your team? Founders, yes, you have the drive, the commitment, the motivation to succeed. But does your team share in that? Is it a job you punch in and punch out? How do you blend that professional and personal in a healthy way that drives business success and employee retention? I believe it truly starts investing in your culture before you even have a culture. Truth is, as a founder or leader, you have the unique opportunity to build it. As I said before, even if you're a company that's well established and you haven't made the opportunity to invest in culture, you can still build that culture. So here are my fast 5 tips on how you can do it. First, create a value statement. Yes, you probably have a mission statement and a goal statement and 5-year goals, but do you have a value statement? What values unite your company together and stitch the weave of your team together? So write it down and incorporate that into all your job descriptions and hiring materials. Put that out there. Value statement is almost as equally as important as the work that you're asking them to do. You're asking someone to join your team and sharing the values of your company. Second, build on that by creating an employee culture handbook that blends both benefits and expectations of the culture. So, for example, include things in it like how you treat each other. Are you a company that is hands-off, respects privacy completely, and you don't want to know what everyone else is doing? Or you're a company that celebrates milestones for parents and individuals and pet birthdays? Highlight what you celebrate, how you engage with your partners, how you settle disagreements, by coupling it with benefits and communicating your benefits alongside your culture handbook. You're reinforcing that culture and workforce expectations aligned with the benefits. And you'll make it very clear that toxic behavior that is counterintuitive and counterproductive to your values will not be permitted. Third, as a leader, it's important that you practice what you preach. If you encourage employees to be active and take walks and breaks throughout the day to stretch their mind, do the same. If you want your employees to engage with continuous learning, you must do the same as well. If you're logging late hours at night, you don't necessarily want to reinforce, a culture where people are clocked in at all times of the day, but you have to get some work done. Schedule your emails so they go out the next morning, perhaps normal business hours. Reinforce the behavior you want to see for your employees and set it from the start. There's no martyrs, no people that are exempt from culture. Fourth, carve out dedicated time to work on culture. It absolutely, though, should not be time intensive or disruption to productivity. Today's workforce wants to be more efficient and more aligned their job with their outcomes. Ideally, people are working less hours, but getting more done. But you got to find ways for employees to do more and be more than just worker bees. Allow people to connect organically and have moments to share in that culture. Start team meetings with a brief catch-up. If you like to celebrate birthdays, find ways to celebrate birthdays, perhaps send flowers or have a team card go around. But don't make culture investments feel like a burden. No one wants to go to the happy hour at 6 p.m. on a Friday before a long weekend. No one wants to do that. So schedule culture investments on times that work well for the team. Find ways to reinforce that culture, then people want to participate and engage in it. And likewise, no one wants to work late because they were over-investing in culture that day, and requirements to have a 2-hour lunch every month for a birthday, but that means a 2-hour extra long work day at the end of the day. No one wants to do that. So find ways to bring culture into your day-to-day that adds value. I personally think sometimes small touches more frequently do much more than larger touches, perhaps only once a year. And then last, pick clients or customers that align with your values and help you reinforce them. Culture should absolutely not stop with your workforce, but instead it should be reinforced with those you work with as well. Enables your team to feel connected with your customers and clients. They're rooting for their success. They want to see them succeed. They like these people at the end of the day. You want to build teams that believe in your clients and are happy and excited to work with your clients or support your customers. Workforce culture built on commiserating about a client that perhaps may not be your ideal client to work with, that's just going to be distraction and detractor from your workforce. Create an environment with clients and customers that share in those values. So you might be asking, I think I have a culture, but I'm not sure if it's working. Or do I really have a culture? Do we need to revisit? Do I really know how my workforce feels about our company's culture? Well, there's one simple way to find it out. Ask a simple question. Why do your employees work for you? If you aren't sure, it's time to invest in learning in it. Discover their why. Once you discover their why, you can find ways to advance their why. For example, do they have a personal connection to your industry or line of work? Are they saving up for a large purchase or investment? Are they career-driven where they want to rise to the top? Are they doing it out of concern for the environment or a social cause? Understand what motivates them and how they like to work, how they are more productive, how they're more efficient, how they're more successful, and double down on driving actions that will help see their why through. When their why is also connected to your workforce culture, you're going to see success and growth, not only for your company, but for your employees as well. These are great team building and personality type and assessments available as well. If you're not sure where to start, it's always great to just get to the root of it and ask, why are we here today? Hopefully that will just only be a reinforcer of your team culture. So that's it from me. Thanks so much for listening today. And I hope you all continue to build great, excellent teams.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the High Achieving Female Podcast, powered by No, where we believe it's time for high achieving women like you to be seen, heard, and recognized. Until next time, remember, you deserve to be known.